Denji's tummy grumbles as he rides with Makima in the automobile. As she doesn't need a dog that responds with a no, Makima informs him that he is now in her care and that she is anticipating yes or woof responses. Denji formerly thought Makima was pleasant, but now since she treats him like a dog, he considers her to be somewhat frightening. Then Denji thinks of Pochita, which causes his stomach to grumble once again. Makima then made the suggestion that they eat at the rest stop. He is shirtless, so she tells him she will be paying and hands him his coat. Denji smiles and thinks he now loves Makima since no one has ever been so kind to him. Denji collapses on Makima due to anemia after losing some blood from the chainsaws. Makima asks Denji how he got to be that way, and he responds that his pet demon replaced his heart as he apologizes and explains. Makima explains that his disease is rare and has no known name, but she still believes him since she has a keen sense of smell. She informs him that he is both a human and a devilish fragrance, and that his companion is still alive inside of him. Denji queries Makima about her name and preferred kind of men. After giving her name and giving it some thought, Makima says she prefers Denji kind of men. As soon as they arrive in Tokyo, Denji declares he also likes Makima while reflecting on her response. She then informs him that they have arrived at the Tokyo headquarters of the Devil Hunter. She says that public safety has the finest perks and paid vacation time, and that there are over 1,000 devil hunters in Tokyo, including civilians. Denji begins to wonder whether they will collaborate and whether they could wind up dating. Denji is given a uniform by Makima, who also informs him that he will be working with Aki Hayakawa today. Aki joined the company 3 years ago. Aki responds that Denji is startled that he won't be working with Makima and tugs him outside as they need to go on patrol. Denji declines because she prefers to work with Makima. She approaches him and ties his tie, telling him that if he does a good job, they may work together in the future. Denji queries Makima about having a boyfriend as they are on patrol with Aki. He is initially ignored by Aki, who eventually summons him to an alley and punches him. Aki tells him to stop and that if he returns the next day, he would beat him up once again as he smacks him a couple more times. Aki answers Denji's question by saying that he is attempting to be kind since those who begin this profession carelessly end up dying. Only those with genuine objectives are still alive. Since Makima and Denji both confirmed, Aki surmises that Denji accepted the position. As Aki departs, he promises to inform Makima that Denji fled when he saw the devils. Denji approaches him shortly after and kicks him between the legs. Denji observes that Aki is a lovely guy because, when he engages in combat with a man, he goes for the nubs before kicking Aki between the legs. Then he reminds himself that it's not just his life, he cares. Aki rises up and fights Denji, saying a punk like him shouldn't be pursuing someone like Makima. Aki observes that Denji does in fact solely go for the nuts as he collapses to the ground. They arrive to Makima bruised, and Denji claims that the nut devil attacked Aki's nuts. Aki claims that this is a hoax. They disagree when Makima inquires about their ability to cooperate, but Makima chooses to ignore them. Denji will be joining Aki's unit, she informs him. Aki doesn't want any more troublemakers, but Makima reminds him that the unit is an experiment that uses different operating procedures from the norm. When Aki asks what Denji is, she explains that he can transform into a devil. She says that he will be seen as a devil if he attempts to quit or refuses to work. Denji questions whether Makima is a wicked person, to which Aki responds that if he believes that, he should give up on her and be thankful that she spared his life. When Denji asks if she is a decent person, Aki responds in the affirmative since she saved his life. They are sent on a mission one day because a fiend has been seen. Denji inquires about a fiend as they approach the building, and when Aki queries whether he has attended school, Denji replies in the affirmative. Then Aki clarifies that a fiend is created when a devil seizes possession of a dead person. Aki instructs Denji to kill the fiend by transforming into a demon as soon as they approach the chamber where he is so that he may assess whether or not he is helpful. The fiend assaults them when he becomes enraged, but Denji uses an axe to behead him. Denji responds that it becomes messy when he uses his powers, so he wanted to make it painless for the fiend and answers Aki's question about why he didn't use them. He is told by Aki that fiends are similar to demons and that he should stop showing pity if he is after devils. In front of his eyes, Aki discloses that a devil slaughtered his family. Everyone, with the exception of Denji, is taking the lives of the police officers who are down seriously. He is questioned by Aki about if he is making friends with the devils. Denji claims he would be friends with a demon if there was one because he doesn't have any buddies. After that, Aki departs, saying he will keep it in mind. He says he wants to touch Makima's chest as he considers what other people would dream about. Then he understands that while he no longer dreams of caressing a woman's chest, with a decent life today, it may well be achievable. After that, Denji is given the task of caressing a woman's chest. She tells Makima that she is giving him a new partner and explains that two-person teams are used by public safety to carry out patrols and minor tasks. Makima tells him that his new companion is a fiend as she approaches. When power arrives, she warns them that the experimental team will be disbanded if there are no results, Makima cautions them to monitor regions with few people since power horns stand out in the area. She becomes irritable while with power and smacks Denji, begging him to give her something to kill since she is starving for blood. Denji chooses to tolerate her since she attracts him, but he is unsure of how to get his hands on her chest. No devils are discovered by Denji and Power. Power observes that it is likely her fault, as everyone feared her when she was a devil. Power then detects blood and begins to move. Despite the fact that a sea cucumber devil has been seen and is being reported, Power leaps from the structure, creates a hammer out of her blood, and crushes the devil. Subscribe to the channel and hide the bell icon for more anime recaps.